Hi, my name is Josh, and this is my first video blog. I don't know very much about blogging, but I figured video blogging exists, so I'm going to tape me talking about my opinion and post it and blog it. So, the whole reason behind all of this is, you know, right now we're moving into a time where we need to be sharing information. We need to be evolving into a higher awareness of what Jung defined as the collective unconscious or subconscious. And the only way to achieve that evolution is to share information. So here's the first bit, video blog 1. I was driving down the road today and I was thinking about Carlos Castaneda and all the speculation about his work, whether it's real, whether it's made up, whether he was doing it because of the times to influence people that were taking hallucinogens or getting into yoga and meditation and the whole movement of the 60s. And there was a lot of speculation as to whether it was actually nonfiction. His work is purported as being nonfiction, but for anybody that's read it, it seems fictional. He does some outlandish things, suggests some outlandish things. Very, very, very interesting work, but that's not really the point. The point is the speculation. And I thought to myself, well, maybe in our reality, in this reality specifically is what I said, maybe in this reality it didn't happen. Maybe in this reality he just made it up, but perhaps in a different reality or a separate reality it actually happened. That Carlos Castaneda was a storyteller, that he was a shaman, but he was a storyteller. And you know, something about storytellers, or the shamans that were the storytellers for the Native Americans, was that if a shaman storyteller were to tell a story to the tribe, and he took his hat off and he spun it around on the ground 3 times, he did that as a reflection of his understanding that that story came from a separate reality, or a quantum universe where everything, all these separate realities are existing at the same time. So if he could imagine it, it's possible. Any story he could tell has happened, will happen, is happening, and that's the magic of the shamanism. But I digress. The point is that this reality, the idea that we can say, well, in this reality, brings me around to a point where I start to think, well, why do we define it as this reality if the mere idea of there being another alternate reality is something that we can agree upon enough to say, well, in this reality, then it's obvious that we have the ability to conceive separate realities, but we don't have the ability to perceive separate realities. We're locked into this reality. That's really all I have to say about that. I just know that when I was thinking that, driving down the road, I began to question why I was so willing to accept the notion of this reality or other realities or separate alternate universes where things happen. And I realized that it's because it's all around us. There are separate realities in movies and games, in video games, where you can immerse yourself into a separate reality and have a character. You can build your character and change its face and live in a separate reality. We do perceive separate realities, but this is the mother reality. And that just spins me off on a whole other web, thinking about I don't know, next week. Talk to you about it next week. Once again, my name is Josh. This is my first video blog. Alright. Talk to you in a week.